butterfly at elevator speed. So I was just telling her.
It gets nice and tucked in there.
Yeah. How's your knees? Your knees? You don't have any knee issues after the snow season?
No, I'm lucky. I don't really tend to. I did have like this felt a little tweaky after the seminar, but I worked it out. It's all minus a little pancakes and things.
Let's think of what would you do for one up. Let's go over that. Just a half. Show me what you do from half to half. And we'll see if we can work on that. Because that way I can start working on that's 5 minute drill on this. What I'm saying is I don't normally go into this inside a lot, but a lot of people can need traditional outside line. So your knee is not there. So probably on this not an issue. I'm trying to make it show me what you would do.
That was one of the things I've been attempting, but then you're really good at that. And then last week, slide.
I mean, you're good on that. No, that's it. You're not worried about the knee being trapped. You're not trying to go straight up. Where people end up doing it correctly, which you just don't know. I'm trying to help you. You're going to walk and move all your shit over, so your base knee down there, and you framing up like that. I forgot you did that. So we don't even need to go there because you're already walking right now. I can't knee shield. If I can knee shield, you're already walking. If you feel me coming in, I want you to just stall. And you control it. You're already there. So, if I give you here and I feel this, and I switch my inside, it just gives me the inside of this movement. It wants to try to stand it out.
Yeah.
So I want you to be cognizant of that. So the same sense, you're so able to sprawl, now you can sprawl. So, if I start controlling this under it, I'm trying to keep you in the tight. Put that forward and now sprawl. So when you adjust this position, I think you got all this right here.
Sir?
I'm going to be out of town for Tuesday, Wednesday, and
Yes, the Queens,
Say again?
the Queens,
Yeah.
family.
Nice.
Good.
We never got never done that. But I want you to feel that if I'm doing it to you,
I feel I do. Yeah.
you see, when your foot's connected to that, you should grasp that over your heel. Your base is still there.
Yeah.
So all I'm trying to do is try to attack. If you ever been in trouble, like sneak a little bit out. That's all I'm trying to do. So when you're on top, I want you to be cognizant of it. If you can't go back, I want you to frame up his head with my chin. So instead of controlling my head with your hand, you might be on my head posture. When you need to grab, go up. When you go up, I have to do that like straight.
Okay.
That makes you. Just playing around. I want you to put your stop right over the foot. When you do my this, I don't like this. And it's too, it's really good. I do a lot better than those type of things. They're trying to go with this one. People do some deep and have a lot of quick sheet, a lot of control here because
Yeah.
quick shots.
Should I, if I'm doing this figure four, should I focus on getting my foot in my knee pit, or should I focus on this
It
knee?
is really,
Okay.
it really is controlling what it is. It's controlling my thigh.
Okay. Gotcha.
And whatever, I'm going to make you feel what people do with the knee incorrectly.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
when you feel like this sucks,
Yeah.
but my knee sucks, Chinese finger.
Totally.
So, if you end up finding yourself in this position, and you're on the top, just all you're trying to do right now is control. You don't want to. But it seems like you're using a lot of strength for doing almost very good.
Yeah.
So, what I do when I start losing it, is I don't need to start with that. So, I'm very bad lax about this.
Yeah.
I'll even do this. You even realize when I told you I'm inside of it.
Yeah.
So, as you're starting to move north, I'm going, wow. Now I'm here on the inside. But I'm not here on the inside of the crowbar. If I go crowbar, sweet potato, no place.
Oh, that's.
It's just a lot.
So with the lockdown, should I still do this or should I start putting down?
The one or two under. So right now you got this under it because you got this under the frame.
Yeah.
I want to just put this either on my elbow or maybe on my arm. So what you've got now is under it, and I want you to shift your butt back and drop your chest on. Now, before you squat your knee back, I want you to bring your knee in, and I want you to bring your heel to your ass and punch your ballerina toe straight in there. Feel that hamstring contraction right there?
Yeah.
Now you're gonna, like when you go to mountain, just go and swivel it under my feet. Laces down with your right foot, keep your knee on the ground, and swivel it. Now, what you've done is now taken away my control of your ankle. You put me to where I told you I don't like being. Put my feet on the outside of your calf, outside of your knee.
Yeah.
All you need to do, because you have double underneath or a single underneath, is now start shimmying to stick in my chest. And now you can start tripodding on your chest. Keep your chest connected. I want your ass to open here on the tripod. Look at your knee.
Go all the way out.
You can go left or right. You go to mount, knee cut, whatever you want.
Cool.
So it's
So you're getting your foot off, bringing it out.
yes.
So it's like basically weaving into the space.
We're gonna drill it a couple of times because I want you to feel it. And then I'm gonna use this. And I'm just gonna pull your other foot. And what I'm doing without a partner is I get here and then oh shit, you block line. Give me this line. I gotta do one under or two. I shimmy south, or I think of getting my ass down and up.
Yeah.
Everybody does this. When they start doing this low, they go low and they bring a foot in
Yeah.
south and they bring it up and back.
That's what I started doing.
No, I know. Everybody does, but that's why I have to make sure that I go here, shimmy south to their hips with your elbows.
Okay.
My butt is going down, so my outside leg goes down, but my knee stays there.
Yeah.
Now, I ballerina toe, because I don't have a lot of range of motion here, but you do. Heel to your ass. You're doing this all in one motion. As soon as you ballerina toe up,
Okay.
okay, but what's going to happen is because I know this, I'm going to keep my heels down on the ground. Now, you're going to go and meet my feet. You're going to windshield wipe this foot in. Elevate.
Okay.
So, right now we're not doing the secondary, but you're going to get me in a lockdown. And the way you do a lockdown is without a partner. This is my left leg, is my right leg. My feet are here. Like I said, I lazily keep this leg between your legs. I'm almost trapping your ankle here. This one goes on the inside of your calf. As you start moving, this leads in, so my outside leg leads in behind your knee. My inside leg, my middle leg, gets in front of my ankle, and then I connect to your ankle.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to extend, because I can't break your knee, but it does give me leverage because now I don't have anything. The reason why this is effective is because I can bring it to my ass, and I'll elevate my knees, and you start rocking in order to catch this. And a pendulum kick, heels to my ass, pendulum kick, heels to my ass, and
Yeah.
I'm fighting for under this.
And it's just wrecking my calf the whole time. At least it did.
So, if you just look back at my feet, look at my foot, this one's already just trapped in your foot.
Yeah.
You don't even worry about it. And then, that's all I'm doing. My heel goes right back to the back of your knee.
Okay. Right.
There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't do it. This is
Well, it's certainly not as painful either. Like once your heel gets on my calf.
So you know at the beginning, without any instructions, you already got out of this.
Yeah.
You frame, you sprawl, you got out. So this is what I'm saying. You're naturally going to be able to get out of here. If you find yourself not able to lock down. I already deal with that. So even when we're playing and starting, I immediately.
Yeah.
So anything you do to move to give you that, let's say, like, side track. So you have to your ankle go in front of this. But if you just start moving more to the body.
Yeah, that's rough.
So we're gonna just go a little bit low. You feel the rocking motion.
Yeah.
I'm not accepting that.
You know, the opposite completely.
So what I want to do is get under the chest, elbows low, elbows towards my waist, shimmy, 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 knee on the mat, feel your ass, chest stable. You know, anytime you start letting go of this knees under us, once your knee is elevated past my thigh, that's when you start transitioning, start relieving the pressure, but you don't use it. Because this is preventing me from doing anything defensive. My torso is taking my hips can only swivel this much. If you give me space, I'm running.
Okay.
Now, go back to the left one, get some drills. You chin, you got the letters, you got your elbows down kind of by the waist. Okay, you start your shift. Now you don't have it. You got that. So when you're there, that little resistance, this one, you're not going to do your knees, you're going to windshield like your foot under my feet as much as you can. Elevate your toes.
Like that.
Because now, the more I try to go finding it, you give me that indication. Felt that?
Yeah.
The more I start searching for it, I'm opening it.
Bigger opening. Okay.
So all you're doing is, you can put that weight on the hand if you need to.
Okay.
It's pretty right there. Once you get your foot over one of my feet or both of my feet,
Okay. It's just loosening the knot a little bit.
now this is only the line on you that's not showing you how to do the right things yet. You can't do it. That's a whole other thing. But knowing what I do, the difference now, if you say after I go to this, you're going to you're going to even if I'm holding this, it's your knee, you got this out. Shift justice, I love it. You're doing that chest thing that Brian taught us. You're really doing it.
Get some of that Brian pressure.
Did you feel it?
Yeah.
When I pointed it out, I don't think you were conscious of doing it.
No, I'm just immediately feeling, knowing that I need to create that pressure.
But I didn't feel like it was like, hey, nothing against what Eric was doing, but he's now not doing it well. He's definitely in the process.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling this downward pressure. Like, I don't know what to fight. We know what to fight.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So with this one, what I tend to see in the E is we're moving on to this one. And they're really good at not letting me do that. Yeah. So once you think of it, because for some reason you just can't do it. Once you bring this elbow over to spine, so you're going to posture up a little bit. Bring this elbow all the way across. But not
Okay.
touching that, not touching that.
Like we're going into a twister?
Yeah. So right here, your elbow's preventing you from getting any hurts. What Tanner does is grab my butt cheek, or he'll grab my hands. So I want you to really get the butt cheek. I want you to palm right there. Because what this does is it puts your elbow on my foot and grip. So go do like a rock climber grip on my butt. Like, see, feel that difference?
Yeah.
That little package that you just did? So now what am I doing? I'm going to react to this, and I'm going to try to cross this. I want you to staple my wrist with your right palm. And just keep it stable with my elbow. I'm giving you this elbow. Or, you can elevate your arm a little bit, and I think I'm going to get on there. So bring your arm up. Where do you got right there? Grab and control my wrist with your right hand. With your right hand.
Okay.
Staple it. Your right hand's going to get up on top of my wrist.
Okay. Boom.
And now I want you to start with very short warrior. With your left hand going to lead from my butt to your wrist. Now with your wrist locking. Like you got
Okay, keep that. Don't let your arm come through.
Yeah.
So I just go
Now
boom.
here, I just want you to do an elbow lock, center on top. And then bring your left elbow in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you can send out and out elbow in. You go from wrist lock, a short wrist lock, to a short and more wrist lock.
So it's like this, and then like this. Let you shoot it through. Oh, sorry, like this.
Oh, now this one's in front. Okay, so that's the difference. This one's down. I didn't go underneath.
Yeah.
Right? You can do this. So if you stable this to your right hand to my head.
Okay.
I want you to palm it. Just keep it there. Put that in my stomach or my head. Right now, all you need to do is now pull your left elbow out. All your weight on this right hand. Left elbow pull all the way out. All the way out.
Okay.
Now you can do that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or, if I'm good, and I know what I'm doing, get that left hand out. I'm going to use my tight hand to overhook, like a rock, and grab my elbow right here, and this elbow and pretend it connects to the tricep.
Okay.
I want you to lower your elbow and heel my elbow up. Nope, I showed you this hand palm. Now look at my elbow, look at that open. Move through this hand. Up and over.
Oh, right.
Because my palm is like in my hand, you can see. The corner is
Gotcha.
in because of this elbow.
Pull it up, and then just slide right in.
My leg, never let go.
Yeah.
So they think they're doing something.
Yeah.
You know where they're going for it.
Yeah.
I don't pass the drug station. It's like, that doesn't have the side. They just stand to your right side. You're doing it figure four, anywhere you want. So, you can still do it with knee shoulders. Now we're doing it without knee shoulders. Awesome.
Okay.
So, I'm stuck on that pass. And you're going to get that. So,
I felt this before.
So I'm trying to stand your diaphragm. I'm on my floating rhythm. I'm not trying to go too high. So whatever you do with your left hand doesn't really matter. All my weight's on your diaphragm and my right palm. You haven't been feeling this. If you're cognizant of keeping this elbow tight, make sure that all of it is staples and you felt how much you felt I was really on that behind.
Yeah.
If it wasn't shrinking, just
Well, everything is still pushing up here, too. Yeah.
I got some time to do this. Trying to make this up.
Yeah.
So let's take a listen here. Just watch your elbow. Push and pull. All I'm going to do is with my two fingers.
Can't resist it at all.
And then the moment I feel some elevation coming up here, I push it down. I'm going from weight to push.
Yeah.
So, and if you go over, because you know, if you go under the arm, you're trapped. I just go here. Jeez. I just stay here.
Ah, stuck.
And I'm past.
Oh, it just keeps getting worse.
But I want you to ride. Everything's going on my floating rhythm. I'm just
Yeah, you're strong.
But the moment I put my hand on the mat, I'm now carrying weight. I'm taking weight off the legs. Who's going to do that?
You just gotta keep it on that the whole time.
So we're going to practice this. Let's just practice the ride. I want you to get that. I want this part of your body on my diaphragm. So right where my hand is. Right there. Yeah, we're not even having that. I just want you to ride back. If you go too low or too high, you're going to feel a change in the way I talk. I want you to feel that you're not really doing anything. I think your elbows my back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's different. So this is what I want you to feel comfortable doing. So if you go too north and you bring your ass up to my shoulder, I'm going to be able to talk a little bit more. If you go
Yeah.
too low towards my hip, I can still talk.
Yeah.
I want you to feel this is a comfortable position right here. soon as you expert.
Okay.
Woo! And
Yeah.
I gotta pull it in half. Doesn't take much.
No, it doesn't.
And I'm being nice, you can feel it.
Yeah, the second you get on that diaphragm, it's like, oh, and it zaps your energy too.
Well, this is because we think we're gonna eat it, right? I'll get up with now. It's a quick twist. You can just
So do I wanna, I forget, I'm trying to get under your elbow and just get right in there?
It's really, you can go right to the clutch sheet. If you want to. I just say elbow so you focus on that.
Yeah.
And if you find yourself in this battle, which you will find in the game, I want you to frame with your right elbow and form and never use your hand.
Okay.
Because this leaves your tools available.
Gotcha.
But if you start pushing with the palm of your hand on my knee or my thigh, this hand's here.
Yeah.
But look, it's actually more fortified with that shoulder to elbow. And you got this extra tool to fuck with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to come across and cross face you. I'm giving you that. Or I'm gonna try underhook. I can't do that. Or I'm gonna try underhook. If you want to resist this, that's fine. I would let you get this underhook. Because you don't know you want that. And this little one is called, I don't know what it's called. But Brandon, I can't do this. We call it. So excuse me. When we're sitting, I see your hand go first. Go. I go. It's a little. So what I am literally trying to do is catch on the forearm, come here. Once my hands come in with jazz hands, let's say, they're facing each other. Both my hands are going from this.
Okay.
Which is fun, that's why we I think it was super good. So,
Makes sense to do the diaphragm way too, so it gets stuck in this area where you're just in there.
and if you don't put your wrist on, you pull your wrist on to to bag the elbow. So all I'm trying to do is go from here. I've got this to this.
Yeah.
From here. And then the moment you adjust this, I just try to get you to get that.
Yeah, you were pushing against me. All that pressure on the diaphragm is making me open that space more and more.
Just remember, if I do have this wrist lock, I have to release the wrist lock and try not to disconnect my hands. So I did make this on this. This is here. This is connected.
Okay. Yeah.
So that little detail I just noticed I did incorrectly. So here, I'm fighting for this wrist lock, your push point. So I'm gonna release the wrist lock, straighten your wrist, bring my hand down lower, and then just bring my hands together. Instead of this to this to that.
Rather that.
So I'm not gonna do that, so here comes
Pressure. Got that. So keep the wrist lock.
So what I want to do is,
This is where I have to make that big adjustment.
I want this webbing and this palm to be what's holding me stapled into my head.
Okay.
I want almost like a palm strike. I want
Yeah.
you to see your palm. I want you to push into my foot, soft tissue. That's what I want. I want it to go like that.
Okay.
And I'm using this webbing and that palm strike to bury my wrist into my body.
Gotcha.
Feel that?
Yeah.
Now you feel your palm pressure,
Yeah.
but it's structured from your elbow to my wrist. Okay, so the more I fight, you can either clamp your left hand and pull it out, like slim out. No, the right hand in the back. Now, if you did this, you got the Kimura, right?
Yeah.
Where's your back? Are you on
Way too high.
You're way too high. So what I want you to do is just keep the Kimura. You might get the Kimura before you get the pass,
Okay.
right? So, what can you do? Just
I need to start moving down. But if I get you on your back, then my weight's too far over here.
and your knees out. That was the whole objective, right?
Yeah.
So now that your knees out, finish it more if you can, or go to knee back. Go, whatever. Because now that your knees up, you're able to frame and push my hips are buried. I'm stuck on my back and my arms are too.
If I go for the knee, I'm gonna come this way out completely. Seems like staying on the arm is a better deal though.
I would actually, for you, do what I do. Stay super cool, Sam. Pass. Some more. Boom. Come on. And my knees out. Right? I use this more to people who are stronger. Knees on my waist.
Oh my gosh,
Since my knees out, I'm gonna shrink. You think I'm gonna pass? And then you're gonna try to defend by shrinking on your left foot. Good shooting that right now. Yikes. So all I did was, without you, more, step out, shoulder roll. Want to teeth more, to teeth back, I would. There's a lot of things I can do. But all you're doing is a shoulder roll. So I can do a pass from here, now to your left shoulder. As I come up here, this is the transition I want you to do. I want your hips to come down, I want your hips to my knee. As I come up, now lock your knees and come down. You're using this frame to get up. Make sense?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you
That's a
can do.
pretty awesome position to be in.
You just went from top half, right in submission, you got your pass, now you're on half.
Yeah.
If we're doing IBJJF, there's a whole different transitional model we have to do.
Right.
Pass that whole.
Yeah, tomorrow's something right now, right?
These are points. I'm doing points. Whoever does IBJJF does points. So this mindset is points.
Yeah.
Brendan is a little more fluid, I'll start handing out you practitioner, but because he's focused on his competitions, he's got to focus on points. He'll stick there with you. With you, your position is, breathe, don't need to breathe anymore, you have control.
Yeah.
What are my options? I'm going to do plan A.
Yeah.
Your plan A is to go down. Can't take him out because I'm doing a good up card. Okay, let me threaten that Kimura because I need that knee. If I get the Kimura, great, fuck that knee. If I get the Kimura and I get the knee out, I'm still going to go for that Kimura. Oh, he's defending the Kimura, my knee's out. Am I going to pass? If I'm going to pass, I'm going to take that. If I go to pass and I'm on side control, I'm just Kimura. I'm going to step over the head. Right? If I get Kimura from side control, step over the head, get the Kimura. If they defend it, I'm just going to forward roll, teeth. You've got chains.
Yeah.
You want to pass the guard. Your whole deck is pass guard. You fucking did that.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're just building on what you already have now. Okay. It's a little different, but it's not. So I know some things. Here. But it's not the same position as that.
Oh, damn.
I'm Nisha. Don't really know how much it is. Just for this one, elevate the body a little bit. Drop this elbow like we're going to do that first pass.
That's fine.
And I just like to give the cat the previous ones I showed you. Go ahead and posture. I want this elbow to go around. Now, I want you to switch your hips. Bring this knee in and drop your hips in. You're past my shin. And your right elbow is right where I want it to be. You're in that position. I
Yeah.
want your left hand to grab my butt cheek. And now you're going to be where you need to be. Look, if your right elbow pushes, and you start doing a heel toe walk with your right foot, elevate your knee.
Now.
You're out. And what am I going to do? I'm going to try to cross face you. What have you got? Cool. Because I want to show you. I think she needs something.
Yeah.
And then now you got to down to it.
Okay. Cool. I see what you mean by keeping this free by using the elbow and the forearm, so I can be like, nope.
I didn't know this music was playing. I don't dislike this music. I just didn't hear for it.
Perfect elevator background music.
It's smaller.
We've done, well, we worked on a twister for a while there.
Yeah.
The main focus was how to frame and get your knee out. And then I think one day we briefly went over
I think we were
catching the Kimura
I
there.
think we were going into Kimura, yeah. So
Yeah.
Twister Pass, I'm sure it's got a different name in some traditional jiu-jitsu, but the Twister is a submission that I have I done the Twister too? It's a
We
submission.
might have, I know we've done, we worked on the pass for a while, so I'm sure
I
we've
haven't
got
showed you
the
the submission.
in there.
Yeah, so no, there's not one there.
Okay.
There's a submission called the Twister, and this is a Twister Pass.
Gotcha.
Two different ones, and I want you to know, so if you do use it, say whatever Twister. I'll show you the Twister, and I'll show you what it is, but we won't go into teaching it. But I
Okay.
usually get it from back.
Okay.
So I'll get it from here where I'm going. Oh, dude, you're so good. You're so good at getting out. And then I hook this leg. It's called a twister cup. I'm not twisting just yet. What I'm fishing for is your right ankle, your right shin. And so what you're going to try to do is now, for some reason, you can't get out and get this more whatever. I go, okay, so let me give you an out. You can go up and over my body. And out. Rotating this up.
Jeez. Oh yeah, you've done this.
I'm pretty sure we did this at the old, no, that was it. So this is all the twister where I reach when I grab your hip, extend your body out, and I can spinal break. I can break all your break. But that's the actual twister.
Okay.
And I'll do it from the crucifix. Same thing, I'll get the crucifix, I'll reach up and grab your head. This is just called a, from what I've learned, the twister class, I'm sure that's what I mean. But I like the Kimura from there. If I don't get the Kimura, I really like that roll. So let's just work on you getting out. Let's get that Kimura. It doesn't matter how you do.
Okay.
So we get the Kimura. You gotta be up and over my arm, right? Your knees coming out. So once you feel that's coming out, you already know you're gonna roll your shoulder. You can start stripping out, strip out, and now roll. Commit to that roll. Superman punched this into my belly button. If you punch it to my hip, I still have a little movement. If you punch it to my belly button, my hips will stay where I'm trying to. Probably give my back. You can put this leg in here.
Oh, just go straight for that. Got it.
That's it too.
So I got this. Or you can arm bar.
Triangle. There's all kinds of things you can do from here that you don't realize.
But this is pretty. I'd be surprised if you get out of that, huh? I'm sure you can.
What I do is I like to use this as a control, and then I'll throw this into the right, which makes me want to come up. Kick that left knee straight through. Cross your ankles in front of my feet, in front of my arm.
Okay.
And I want your ankles on top of my wrist. Now you've got an elbow lock or an arm lock. It's like an Americana. So if you wanted to finish this, I just want you to flare your knees apart. I can do this. Hip thrust, tap. You don't even realize it. Right? Or you can be a little dickish about it. Give me this elbow to my ear and my face. You're right up there. What am I going to do? I'm going to start driving into you, right?
Yeah.
So now that you're flaring your knees, I want you to keep your ankles crossed with my hand here.
Okay.
I want you to bring your knees to your chest and then elevate your right elbow. Bring your knees to your chest. I want your left hand to go to my hand. Let go with your right hand.
Okay.
And then extend it out real quick. Bring your knees to your face. Grab my shoulder. And choke. Swing your feet away. Nope. Kick them back towards the bathroom.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Couldn't even hear you say tab. I thought you were going to give me
So distracted. You're taking 4 steps to get to the choke, and I'm so worried about the Kimura. Then I'm worried about the arm lock. I'm like, fuck, he's got a crucifix. And I'm so worried about this, then you bring me back in. I go, I'm getting out. You're right to the choke.
Feels like I just know a lot. I'm just going to mess with you. Kind of move.
So, this is what it feels like.
We started with going from the twister pass to
Yeah,
our,
that's what this is. We've covered the twister pass.
okay.
I'm not going to worry about that. I'm trying to go into here. I've got the Kimura. I'm afraid of the Kimura, but my knees free. My knees free well. It's in front.
Okay.
And you're doing a good job of that thing. Right? You're going to find I'm not going to get it. Now, I roll. I roll. And if I can get the back, I can get it. Fine. If not, I'm going to if your right hand comes up, I use my top leg to come under your tricep. So I'll go from this power 2-on-1 grip, 5 over, push this top leg past the come on. I pinch my knees. I'm trying to trap your wrist. See, so if I don't have your wrist, there's a lot of pain. So I'm trying to use my knees to trap it up. So I like to use my top leg, trap, then arm leg in, and then I bring this here. So I have to have that wrist. But that's where this battle is.
Right.
So I'll go from this grip, 5 out. You don't even realize I'm using this in my hand. So again, I'm doing this to free up this tool. So if I find myself in this position, I didn't take your back and we're in this position again, I know you want to go up and over. I'm going to use this underhook, then it's underhook, overhook. So depending on what you do, even if you turn to your tummy, I'm still moving. I'm fighting for that. I go back to the twisted hook. Doing that. Yes. Pinching my knees. So I don't even have your arm up. I'm pinching my knees. The focus is on my knees. These are incidental. Your escape is to bring your elbow south, bring your hand out. That's when I know you want some shoot for your elbow.
Oh, I would like, right, it's like bring that in and give it to you. Totally.
So here, you're a pound. But look, I never let go of this. Tanner likes to grab here and push it to your chest. I'm giving you this false sense of security. I'm just hooking. I'm just being a little tight. So try to get this. You're going to start going north with your head. Bring it this up. I'm going to go for arm lock. I'm going to go for the choke. So here I just let you figure out what you want to do. So all I'm doing is holding here, driving my shoulder.
There's nothing I can do.
And it's a knee pinch.
I have all this movement. I feel like there's nothing I can
You're
do.
making it tighter.
Yeah. I'm like wiggling myself deeper into it. Okay, so I'm going from
Top half, lower half. But I'm defending it because I'm so fucking good at it. You're like, oh man, you're so good, Mike. Your knee's free. See, if you go too, I want you to go back.
okay.
It almost felt like you went too far south.
I did.
And it made it clumsy, but you're not clumsy. What I want you to do is once you feel I want you to shoot your shoulder over my shoulder.
Okay.
If I'm trying to, so once you're here, just go ahead and commit, tuck your chin, and roll your left deltoid down. That.